insight. How is he different from Hillel? Samael's a pain in the butt. He's crude. He's rude. He's annoying. And he is one of the beings that can actually make me sit down and get completely into my ego so deeply that I have no choice but to let my fears go. Because then the ego takes over so much. Have you ever done this? During the few times that my ego likes to take over, it catastrophizes. Any catastrophizers here? It's okay. You're in good company. I'm right here with you. So here's how I do it. Samael says, you really should lose weight. And I'm like, you're an ass. How dare you tell me that? I'm focused on my spiritual work on this planet, and I am beautiful, and I love myself, and tears. And he's like, told ya. I'm like, but I had control of that until you said I needed to lose weight. It's obvious I need to lose weight. And then he starts asking questions. Is it obvious? I thought you said it wasn't. So is it obvious or is it not obvious? Do you feel that you're overweight or do you not? And he really makes me examine my thoughts. He only puts a thought in front of me that is a thought that needs to die and be reborn into itself with a blessing of power. And for that I thank him, but at first I want to kick him first. Straight in the unmentionables. You're pulled to work with him? Okay. Now, he's so funny. He represents every thought that comes through that will stop me in my tracks. Like when I first started channeling Jesus, he said, why are you doing that? Who are you to channel Jesus? Everybody's going to think it's religious and they're not going to look. And then even the religious people are going to say you're going to hell. So why are you doing that? Do you see how it works now? And that was a 2015 fear. And then when I really get all torn up about it and, I'm going into, well, why would you say that? Why did you do it? And he goes, okay, you know what? To be born again is to let your past go. I'm giving you this old fear because it is birthing love. So to be born again is to let all of your past go, including the thoughts of the past that you carry into the present. Without that, you can't be reborn into the light that you are. And you do it over and over and over again, because enlightenment is not a time of attainment when suddenly you become everything that you felt you weren't when you despised yourself and condemned yourself and were afraid of yourself. Enlightenment is outside of time, and you are attempting to densify light time and time again. And every time you do it, you go a little down, and then a little up, and then a little down, and then a little up, and then you realize there was never a down and an up, and you can't turn your eyeballs inside to look at the light that you are, and you can't have you can't have a camera take a picture of itself. He was the first person to explain enlightenment to me. I said, I want to know myself, I want to see myself, I'm asking who am I? And he said, so, turn your eyes around backwards and look at yourself. Well, I can't really do that, Samael. Precisely. Then why are you trying to see what you are? A camera can't take a picture of itself. It can only reflect light. So he told me to look without condemnation at every portion of myself as it is right now. Have you ever asked for a little help with that? He taught me that enlightenment isn't an attainment, it's a step-by-step journey. It is an ebb and flow that isn't vertical. It isn't horizontal or linear either. It's like an infinity sign, ebbing and flowing like water in the ocean, back upon the land and back into the oceans again, into the sands of when the sands of the ocean go into the tide and don't even know that they're not water. And then the water mixes with the lands and the sands, and it doesn't know that it isn't a grain of sand either. That happens until each stop trying to identify what they or other is, because they see no other. The camera can't take a picture of itself, he says time and time again. How is he different from working with Halal? Well, Halal just speaks to a clarity that settles me. It settles my mind and connects me to my soul immediately. But I could never have worked with Halal had I not been fully initiated with Samael, who had me love the construct of my mind despite the fact that it is an illusion, despite the fact that expansion is painful, despite the fact that suffering is happening. He helped me fall in love with suffering, because there wasn't any other applicable way in my karmic contracts.